I tried to complete 75 hard. And a part of this challenge where I'm supposed to do 2 45-minute workouts, drink a gallon of water a day, read 10 pages of a book, follow a strict diet, and take a progress photo every single day. I recorded a daily entry, about a minute to 2 minute entry of what happened that day, how am I feeling across these 75 days. And so I wanted to share with you guys what I was going through behind the scenes of doing 75 hard, because yes, it was very difficult, especially that first week where I was like, man, I don't know if I can get through this. But for 75 days, I recorded a daily entry at the end of my nights, and here is all 75 days. So we just finished day 1 of 75 hard. I just finished reading the 10 pages that I was supposed to today. I also just finished drinking a gallon of water. And of course, a part of this challenge is that you're supposed to upload and progress your body. You're supposed to take a progress photo. We're doing a little different. We're doing a video with it. So that's kind of what's going on. But I'm extremely cold right now. It's very cold in this house because it is currently 2:17 a.m. in the morning. I got back a little late from DoorDash, so I need to head to bed here very soon. So we have a full day tomorrow, not a half day like we had today. So feeling pretty good after day 1. I feel energized in a way. I also feel... How would you say it? How would you describe this? I feel not flustered. It's like the opposite of flustered. I feel like a bit of FOMO in a way. Like I feel like I'm missing like something. Like I feel like I'm constantly like, oh, did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? That's kind of how it feels for day 1. I feel like as we get into the weekend and as we kind of build a little bit more of the schedule, I think things will really start to take hold. So I'm very excited about that. But day 1 of 75 hard is done. Okay, so I just finished day 2 of 75 hard. And I'm not going to lie, the schedule was a little bit different than the first day. It was nice to actually have a full day of doing things. So started off my day by reading a book, got things going, eating. Me and my dad went to the golf course. We were at the driving range. We were putting, we were chipping. We were just having fun. Great father and son bonding time. So it was great. It was lovely. Came back, had to start working. The podcast. Every 2 weeks, it was important. I knew that I had to do it. NBA was coming up, so there was a lot of stuff to talk about NBA. But overall, it was a pretty good day. I think the one hard part was knowing that the work that I had to do needed to get finished before I could actually go finish that second workout, which the weather did kind of turn on us and it was rainy. But I'm still grateful nonetheless. I understand that maybe right now, day 2, there's not really any progress. It's just building that consistency and continually building out my diet and other things around my life. So day 2 complete. It is day 3 of 75 hard, and this by far has been the hardest day so far. I had a lot of things kind of going against me today. An early morning wake up, a late night last night that I went to bed around like 2-3 o'clock. I woke up around 8, and just with everything going on today, from a watch party to obviously having to do workouts, having to drink a lot of water, surprisingly, the book reading was one of the rather easy things to do. I've been just kind of going through this book very quickly. It feels like 10 pages is coming up a lot quicker, especially because how I read books, I have to read out loud, and it's been a process to try and, stay focused, and it's been really nice. I think I was probably the most challenged with my phone today. One, especially because like when I had nothing to do, I was like, what do I do? My instant thought is pull out my phone, open Snapchat, open Instagram, but that just, I guess, really is not necessary. And so I'm glad I have my time limits on there because it just kind of like, I tap it and I'm like, you've reached your time limit. I'm like, okay, great. I'll put it away now. It's just like, that was a hard part, the early morning wake up. I took a nap for like, I don't even know how long, like 15 minutes midday. And yeah, I'm going to bed pretty early. It's 12:48 right now. And I'm pretty tired. So I'm going to go to bed. But that wraps up day 3 of 75 hard. It is the end of day 4 of 75 hard. I am very grateful, super excited about the progress that we made today, not only with the diet, but also finding the rhythm of the day, finding a routine that actually is worthwhile, is sustainable first and foremost, because it's the first Monday, it's the first like big week type of day. Saturdays, Sundays, they could get a little busy at times, but I think Monday was the true test, and that was today. And with day four, the routine kind of fell into place. I feel pretty good about things. I think water was a little difficult just because the Mariners game was on, my fantasy and Houston's defense. So, like, I was kind of taking a little bit of priority with that at times. I will say, with the diet that I'm on being around 2,000 calories, I'm very tired most of the day, and it's not great. And I want to eat carbs so it can energize me. But also carbs do have a lot of calories. So it is kind of a give and take. And so I'm trying to have enough carbs throughout the day so that the next day I could actually function. So that still needs to be a little bit dialed in. However, very happy with the progress and super excited for day 5. Day 5 of 75 Hard has officially been completed. Today was a interesting day, very similar to yesterday, where I kind of felt myself almost resorting to old habits, or kind of finding myself trying to find my old habits routine within the routine that I'm trying to create for myself. Now, I will say the cold showers have actually been easier and easier, which I guess I kind of expected. I've done like 7 days of cold showers before, and it typically did get easier. My body did kind of adapt a little bit more. The weather also has been changing, so that I think also helps. But what has been rather difficult is I've just found myself just being on my phone a little bit more, especially when I'm not working on something. And NBA was starting up, so it was kind of a back to back thing going on today. And so I kind of struggled because I'm like, I want to fill the void of, commercial break or something. I don't have like a laptop like right in front of me, right? Where I could just work on something while they're in game breaks. So, I always find myself wanting to optimize every situation, and that is no different. Like if I'm watching basketball and there's a game break, I want to be doing something, and it's either going to be on my phone or, editing, or, I guess in this case, in this hypothetical, working on a laptop. But overall, today was a good day. I did get to my reading a little bit late, went on a late night walk, which I've actually kind of been enjoying just because there's no one out. It's not, I guess, ideal, but it's also not unideal. It's nice. It's very serene. So with that being said, day 5 of 75 Hard is complete. Today is day 6 of 75 Hard, and I don't really know how to feel about today. One, very cold right now, so I'm not I'm not thinking very straight. However, day 6 is complete. I think the one thing and the silver lining about today is that tomorrow is day 7. And once I complete that day, we will have completed a week of 75 Hard, which I guess in my eyes, the one main thing to note from, I guess just trying to complete this challenge is that like I'm 1/10 of the way done. And so basically I would have to do what I just did another 9 times with a little bit to spare. It's so cold here. Oh my gosh. And it's only going to get colder as these days progress. However, I did want to say that I'm very proud of myself for completing today. It wasn't necessarily a hard day. It necessarily wasn't like an easy day, and I don't expect these days to be easy. The one hard part is the cold showers at night. It's not something that I'm very excited about every single day. At least it's something that I'm not thinking about constantly. It's just like, okay, it's nighttime. I've completed my last workout. I'm going to go eat if I need to eat. And then most importantly, I need to take a cold shower. They have been getting easier, but it's still not exciting. Doing this every day has been really fun. I'm excited to see how this kind of stacks up over the course of the next 69 days, just because I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys, and I guess also my future self in a way, of some things that, I could look back on. And so very excited, finishing day 6, and now we head into day 7. Today is day 7 of 75 hard. You could say that I completed today, but inside I'm dying. There's been a few maybe red flags, maybe a little bit of doubt, right? Going into, I guess, the second week of this 11 and a half week challenge. I'm exhausted, first and foremost, and every single day I'm subsequently more and more tired. The one hard part about today, at least in day 7, is that I had a lot of stuff to do after I got home, and it's like sometimes hard if I'm not constantly working on 75 hard because, like, yeah, I know that I could bust out like a 90-minute workout. I could get both workouts done. I could crank out pages. I could drink water throughout the day, which is no biggie. The diet's generally pretty easy, but I always find myself constantly eating, obviously trying to minimize how much in portion to get the caloric, amount that I need every single day. It has been hard in that aspect. And looking back, uh, I guess just today, reflecting on day 7, I was exhausted. I'm tired. There's maybe a little bit of doubt. Like, I know that I will finish this. But right now, my body and my mind aren't telling me the same thing. And I've lost 3 pounds since the start of this. I weighed myself, I guess, a little bit before this challenge, and I was like 173, 172 ish. I weigh 169 now, which I haven't seen the 160s in quite a minute. So it is what it is. We might need to make a few changes at least moving forward, but I do plan to stay very steadfast every single day. So with that, day 7 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 8 of 75 hard. Today was a pretty interesting day. My mind definitely was not entirely focused on 75 hard, and I think part of that kind of did catch up to me. We had a fitting for my best friend's wedding, and so we did that. We went over to a friend's place to watch game 1 of the World Series, and you spend time doing that, and I think like I could still drink water. I could drink the gallon of water, but I can't get a workout in. I'm not able to read a book, or at least not in the way that I would like to. Now, certainly, I could have brought a book and I could have not socialized and read the book, or I could have socialized and, record this without having read the book yet. So I need to go do that after this. However, today was a great day. I think that there was a little bit of overload, at least on my foot. So decided to lift today instead of doing another walk. However, still very happy with the progress made today. I think today was a huge turning point for me, getting over the barrier of 1 week. Not that that's like 1/10 of the way done, but I think I looked at a photo from day 1 to day 7 and I saw the progress. You probably do a lot of things in your life, you don't really see any progress being made, but there was progress made in that photo. And I don't know, there was a part of me that kind of went on demon mode, and or maybe not that, but I wanted it created a monster in me that I'm going to crush this challenge. This challenge stands no chance against anything that I will throw at it. Mind you, I mean, not like the challenge is fighting back, but I want the best results that I can out of this challenge. And so, with that, day 8 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 9 of 75 hard, and I'm really happy. Today was a day that I knew that I had to get a lot of things done. It was like my one free day where, I'm not streaming, I'm not really doing anything content wise, like, actually producing content. But I knew today was going to be a day that I needed to get a lot of things done. And I was very happy with the balance of doing the 75 hard. Me and my dad went to the store. I ended up going on a walk and things were great. And, I was watching all the football stuff that was going on today in college football. And I thought today was actually a really good day. I think today is the day that I think we're starting to get over that hump of the hardness that 75 hard is. I did feel tired at times. Like, I knew that I needed to go do a workout. I knew that I need to go eat and also do this. And again, still take an ice cold shower, which is still never fun. However, I'm very happy to have completed day 9 of 75 hard. Today is day 10 of 75 hard, and I had a really fun day today. My best friend James came over. The one hard part about today was mainly the diets. Basically, on the app that I have with the pizza that we were eating, right? The Papa Murphy's pizza that we were eating, which, mind you, I've been eating pizza every single day. That's not necessarily a part of like against any of the strict diet. My main diet is to eat less than 2,000 calories while also getting in a nice protein shake, a nice protein bar, and also having a good filling breakfast, just good meals throughout the day. So pizza was my breakfast. The one hard part was that they only had slices. They didn't have necessarily a gram amount. So like I was weighing my pizza and then I realized that well that's not how it calculates in this app called Chronometer. So that was probably the most difficult part because I think because I cut my slices in half. So basically, what you would consider eights, I turned into sixteenths. Yeah, yeah. And so they were really skinny pieces, and I think that was kind of hard to really note like what they considered a piece. But overall, a very great day. Got in a nice lift. And I'm really starting to hit a stride. I think today I'm really starting to hit a stride, whether that is reading, whether that is the workouts. I'm really hoping that my foot, by all means, is okay with everything because we have been on it a lot. But one of the biggest things that I've been really happy about is balancing everything from actually working to actually doing workouts to also drinking water and reading and trying to fit these times in where I actually can go do something. And I'm not gonna lie, I fit in so much stuff from like 4 o'clock to like midnight. It's 3 o'clock now in the morning. So I'm gonna go to bed because today, day 10 of 75 hard, is complete. Today is day 11 of 75 hard, and I do want to clear the air. Not that I like didn't finish anything, but I always wanted to try and keep these videos to 1 minute in length. They have become a little bit longer as I've gone on throughout the days. However, I did want to mention today did kind of feel a little odd. As I've kind of started settling into this routine, it almost kind of felt like I had actually forgotten to do something, or like I didn't remember if I had done something. Like I knew that I had gone golfing, but the like day was so long, and like, ended up doing a bunch of stuff once I got back, and it just kind of felt weird because like I was like reading my book, and I was like, did I read my book today? I'm like, didn't I already read it? Or like I mean drinking water you just kind of passively do it, but it felt like that. And it felt like maybe like I was kind of losing grasp of like this is my singular focus. This is what I need to be focusing on. And that was kind of difficult. So with that being said, day 11 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 12 of 75 hard, and looking back at today, there were, again, very similar to day 11, where I feel like I'm starting to hit the groove, but also kind of getting lost in like the focus of this challenge, whether that's being on my phone a little bit more or maybe not so being locked in. One thing that I feel like has been consistent is especially like the past like 20 minutes. I finished reading my book and I was like, okay, let's go take a shower. And, kind of hoping that I at least finish it before 3. But the one big thing for me is like not making sure. I've always been the type of person to be like, we have to get this done within the hour. And it's cost me a lot of things in the past of, just actually kind of living in the moment where I'm like, I just have to get this done. I have to get this done. And it's so time oriented. It's a time crunch. And I think with the freedom of this challenge, excuse me, it has kind of given me the grace to just be like, okay, well, we need to still get it done, and it's been nice not having my phone in bed and waking up and just getting my day going. I do need to get better at my sleep because I haven't been as tired, and I think part of that is because I'm getting a lot of sleep, and I'm almost just sleeping in every day. It is 3:20 in the morning, and I said that I would be in bed by 3, if not by 2. That did not happen, but I'm still getting everything that I need to get done. So with that being said, day 12 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 13 of 75 hard. I do feel like I am forgetting what day it is every single day, especially when I'm coming to this. Um, a few things, at least to note and kind of log from today. Still kind of feel like I'm in that kind of weird zone where I'm like, I know that I have to do these things, and a lot of it is kind of taking up a lot of my time too. I mean, generally it should. You're trying to build healthy habits, but I think the one side of it is I know that I'm like eating, a certain amount of calories a day. I know that I'm doing that. I'm always having to watch everything that I'm eating, which is obviously a hassle. But then on top of that, again, I feel like I'm checking everything off the list. And, I am finding a routine. The one thing that's been difficult is I think mentally I'm like, is this building a good habit or am I just forced to do this because I said that I would? And I think going into this, finishing week 2, that's kind of the mentality that um, it's kind of been for the past few days, ever since we got into like the double digits, where I feel like I'm just like, okay, I have to do this. I have to go work out. And again, no, regardless of how long it takes, like, am I building healthy habits? Am I building good habits, or am I just doing it because I said that I would do it? And I think that's kind of where I find myself being a little conflicted. However, with that being said, day 13 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 14 of 75 hard, and I feel very happy that we're pretty much done with 2 weeks of this challenge. Now, I'm the type of person that's like, oh, what's that percentage wise? Like, I want to know exactly what that looks like because every single day I'm chipping away at things, but sometimes it's almost nice not knowing exactly. And I think that's kind of just a part of this entire challenge. Like, even when I'm reading a book, like, I'm not entirely looking at, like, oh, how many pages do I have left a part of this book? But what's important for me, around these first 2 weeks, I could definitely see a visible change within my body. I did kind of expect that more in terms of just like losing the like love handles and just generally being able to see my abs. I've had abs before, and I guess I've always had abs, but they've always been kind of covered up, throughout the past few years. So it's nice to see them again. Two, again, with the kind of like habitual things. I'm not too sure how to take everything as of right now. I just feel like I'm continually just check marking off things or check like it's just like a checklist. Like, oh, I have to do this. I've been finding it very hard to be productive because I'm always kind of thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, did I finish everything that I was supposed to? And maybe I could block things out a little bit better. However, we're 2 weeks down. I'm very happy with the progress that I've made. Um, the one thing that I will note, and this will probably go into like the main channel video, is that sometimes since I'm not on my phone, now yes, I've found different uses for my phone, like playing like games. But the other thing is that like there is a bit of FOMO around that. And I think that that's just very ingrained into how social media is at times. And to anyone that does not have social media, you're very lucky, uh, because that FOMO is very real. It's like, okay, well, what happened today? Things that I felt like I should have expected today after like a big football game or a big basketball game, like I want to go see. I want to keep up to date with things because that's just, a habit that I've created. And so having to kind of turn the dial the other way has not been the easiest thing. So, with that being said, day 14 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 15 of 75 hard. That also means we're one sixth of the challenge done, which is kind of weird to say. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. 40. Yeah, that's 40. That's 5. That's 20. We're one fifth of the way there. That's the right math. But I could not be more excited. Today was a very long day. I woke up super late. Me and my dad went golfing, which took like 2 hours, and with that being said, then we passed out candy because today was Halloween. And kind of the hard part was I was like, I can't eat any candy. And I can't eat a lot of it. There's basically one candy that I'm eating right now, and that's Boston baked beans because I can at least track that from a calorie standpoint. Now, the other side of it that I have been, that happened today was then I started door dashing, and I door dashed for 5 hours today. I earned $146 in that given time, and it was so long, but I could not be more thankful for that opportunity. The other side of it is it pushed so many things back, but We're 1/5 of the way done with this challenge, and I cannot be more ecstatic. I looked at my phone. Let me see if I can grab it. So there's an app called 75 Hard, and you could basically see the progress that you're making on the app day by day. And it's just like, wow, we're on to row 3, which is really cool. So, with all that being said, we have completed 15 days of 75 hard. Today is day 16 of 75 hard. I'm tired. I might be slightly irritated and slightly cranky. I just want to go to bed right now. That's all I want to do. But I still had to eat. I still had to work out. I still had to read. I had to take my cold showers. I got to do it. And all I want to do right now is fall asleep. That's all I want to do. I'm tired. I'm very tired. So with that being said, day 16 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 17. Yeah, I believe day 17 of 75 hard. One thing to note, super happy, obviously making it this far. Because once you kind of finish 15, there's a few milestones along the way. You have day 7, 14, 15, I would say 20, 25, and obviously every 5 after that. But today was probably the biggest test in terms of like getting everything done. Now, I had read up that you have to do the 45-minute workouts. You have to give like a 3-hour like buffer in between, or at least that's what it seems like, what other people have mentioned, people that are more educated than me, at least on that said topic. I'm also really itchy right now. But one of the big things is I woke up, did not do a workout like right away. So was live streaming, and then after that I went door dashing, and then I got my first workout in, which was a 45-minute walk. So then I had to wait about 3.5 hours to go on another walk. And now it's 3:30 in the morning. I also need to charge my watch, I believe. I believe my watch is going to die. It should be fine. But overall, probably the biggest test today in terms of the abundance of things, having to do pretty much everything on the back half of the day, which I was not super excited about, but was able to drink some water. The book I've been reading has been freaking phenomenal. I'm going to be kind of sad to finish that book. So I got to pick up another book after that, but it's been awesome to just see like the book just chip away. So with that being said, day 17 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 18 of 75 hard. I have completely lost track of what day I'm on. However, I'm still very excited to be doing this challenge. Every single day I wake up and I'm just like, we gotta complete this checklist. Now, again, I like 5 seconds ago, before recording this video, I had no idea what I was on. No idea what day I was on. I did get a haircut though. Got a haircut. Feeling good. Liking the haircut so far. Not that it has to do anything with 75 hard, but still very happy to be, I guess, just doing this challenge. I'm not going to lie. I look really good. Like, I have always kind of struggled, especially over the past few years, maybe a little bit with the body image, like love handles. I'm like, how the frick are we going to get rid of those? And when I started tracking calories in like June of this last year, or a few months ago, 6 months ago, like I was losing weight and I looked good. And then obviously, I knew that I need to, yeah, I'm just rambling. But doing that for 18 days at the calorie deficit that I'm not as tired, but I am still sleeping really well. I'm dreaming every single night, which is great, super fun. So all of that to say, day 18 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 19 of 75 hard. I do know that today is day 19. I am very, very certain about that. One, because I know tomorrow is day 20. The other side of it is yesterday when I said I completely forgot what day it was, 5 seconds before recording, I made sure to remember the entire day today. Few things. One important thing, actually, I feel like I am getting no work done beyond just this like challenge, partly due to a lot of the things I'm like, okay, can I get like this something really quick done? Can I get this little thing done? Can I get this little thing done? Oh, I need to go eat. Oh, I need to go do this. It's been really rough, I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like I haven't been getting the things that I really want to do done, and that was without streaming, that was without door dashing these past 2 days. Um, so yeah, it's not been ideal, and I think I need to be a little bit better at that. And even just with this challenge, it's going to bring curveballs, and I just have to go out there and go do it. My sleep, oh my gosh, an amazing night's rest of sleep, but I cannot be waking up at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I just cannot. That's possibly, and no, not even possibly, but that is partly why it feels like I'm getting nothing done, because I'm getting so much stuff condensed because I feel like I'm so behind in the day. So, with all that said, day 19 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 20 of 75 hard. First and foremost, very proud to have reached day 20. Another like double digit day done. I think I mentioned it when day 10 had hit. Like 7 was a good barrier or a good milestone. 20, 10, so 7, 10, and then 15, 20, and obviously every 5 really after that. So feeling very grateful, very excited to have completed so many days in a row. The one thing that has again still been pretty hard, at least even on day 20, is balancing everything. I did get a little bit of work done. I meal prepped, which I think will be very beneficial, because one thing I think that also has been taking up a lot of time is like I'm constantly eating. Whether that is a snack, whether that's just like making sure like, oh, I gotta make sure to eat, because some days, especially when I'm in a big workload, I don't typically eat because my mind is focused somewhere else. So it's a good reminder to, and I think I've been almost too reminded to eat, because I know that I need to eat 2,000 calories, and just this blend of everything, of working out, doing all of this, and sometimes like at the end of the day, I'm like today. It was so difficult because I finished all the meal prep stuff, slow cooked all the chicken, got that all done with the rice, and I still need to put them away. I haven't even put them away. So I need to put them away. But all of that to say, you add that with I'm like, okay, well now I need to go get another workout in. Now oh, I need to go read. Oh, I need to take a cold shower. There's a lot that's constantly on my mind every single day, because I know that I'm doing this for a video, right? But then also just knowing that I need to be diligent, and I've quite honestly almost second guessed myself these past few days. Today I was like, oh my gosh, did I do that? Like, did I? Oh wait, no, did I do like a workout outside? Like, I don't recall, because a lot of these days do bleed into each other, because of the times that I'm going to bed. Like, it is 4:05 in the morning right now, on the 6th of November. So all of that to say, day 20 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 21 of 75 hard. Almost forgot the day again. However, today was the first day that I actually got to eat my meal prep. First and foremost, the chicken and rice was actually pretty good. Though I think I shredded up the chicken a little bit too much, because it's just like it's like chicken feed at that point. The tuna sandwiches were great. I guess the only tuna sandwich I had was pretty good. And then I had an acai bowl with some oats on top, and that was fantastic. But overall, today was a great day. Me and my dad went to the driving range. I've been really, really honing in on things like that. Hitting the ball pretty straight. My dad and I are going golfing tomorrow. We're going to do my first 18 holes of the season, pretty much at the back end of the season once my foot's finally healed. So that will be a great milestone in terms of the foot health. So very excited for that. I'm doing all that I can. These past 2 days, I have not wanted to lift. I have just kind of wanted to go on a walk And that's kind of all that I've wanted to do because it's by far the easiest workout that I could do. And it's 45 minutes of walking, and I've been crushing the walks. And like the signs were there, my foot was telling me, like, hey, don't go on that walk. And so chilled back, relaxed, and then just lifted. Just enjoyed some videos, was learning about editing a little bit more, still trying to hone in my craft. And I think that that's super important to continue to go back to the basics, maybe new techniques, and continue to try and learn and get better at the things that I feel like I'm already good and pretty decent at. So, all in all, what a great 21 days into this, 3 weeks basically done. And I am super excited, especially for the golf tomorrow and for the rest of this challenge because the physique has looked great. Still getting tons of sleep, still dreaming every single night. And that's also been lovely. But I need to stop sleeping as much as I have because it's been like 10 hours a night, which is not good. So, with that being said, day 21 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 22 of 75 hard. I'm really exhausted. I went to bed super late, woke up super early, and played 18 rounds of golf today with my dad, which was super fun. The weather was great. We shot really well. And most importantly, after that, came back, did a 4-hour stream. And then I also need to finish my second workout of the day because you cannot stack these workouts where we were out there for 4.5 hours. You cannot stack just a bunch of these workouts together. So, all that to say, it was still a fantastic day. And most important, well, I say that a lot. It was just a good day. I'm exhausted though. I was not really looking forward to doing anything like taking ice shower or anything. I also don't know what's going on with my hair, but regardless, it was a great day. And it was kind of tough to balance everything. There's a lot of things that I want to get done, and especially with 75 hard, like, yeah, I could be on and I could be working, and maybe that's just an excuse, but I could also just lock in as well, and I could get a bunch of stuff done in one given day. So I have a podcast tomorrow that I'm going to record with a friend of mine. Uh, So I got to still get a bunch of stuff of that done because I'm behind on that. And I feel like I continually get behind on a lot of things because there's a lot of other things that I'm maybe prioritizing that maybe I shouldn't. But it is stuff that I enjoy. So the ramble's over. And so, with that being said, day 22 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 23. Yeah, I almost said 22 there. Today's 23, day 23. Still have no idea what my hair's doing, but I do want to address the elephant in the room. We have a white curtain up. That is because we filmed a podcast episode today with a good friend of mine, and usually when I have interviews, we got to take a photo for the wall that sits behind the podcast area. However, a whole bunch of equipment right underneath, right at my feet. So that's really fun. Have a lot of editing to do tomorrow. But regardless, it was a little difficult to kind of mix up things, especially when you have plans. 75 hard is super easy when you have no set schedule. Super easy. But not so easy when hey, 5 o'clock, and we moved it forward by an hour. So things get kind of muddled and things get very hard in terms of that. So, we're continually learning how to manage everything. My hair, the schedule, how to mix in everything. I did have quite an epiphany today. I don't know what it was, but just saying that there's no excuses about anything that I'm doing with this challenge. But most importantly, in my other line of work. I'm locked in on this. Why can I not be locked in on other things in my life, like being on my phone a little bit less and being more locked in on the things that do matter in that moment, what I should be getting done. And so with that ramble and with that mindset shift, especially leading up into quite the schedule with Thanksgiving and the holidays and Christmas and everything like that, staying dialed and making sure that I'm doing the right things to be as successful as I can as a creator. So with that being said, day 23 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 24 of 75 hard. And wow, almost a third of the way done, which feels very weird because it's like, man, you have to do that two more times, what you just did. However, still very grateful to be doing this challenge. And first and foremost, just trying to take it day by day. I think sometimes I'm thinking, like, oh, wow, that seems like a lot to do, like 150 workouts. And I just have to remind myself that it's a day by day thing. It's something that you just every day are doing, and I think we're building good habits. The diet is still very strict. Like, I have definitely lost a bunch of weight. Like, I look good, but like I do not feel good. I'm dying on the inside. But with that, today was the first day that I was actually able to play basketball. I was a little nervous for it just on how my foot and most importantly my entire body, like how would my Achilles, hang up, or how would my quads, or just my cardio. Cardio was generally pretty fine. It took like two matches to kind of get back into it, but honestly, it was really good. Um, the other side of it that was quite good was that my foot does not feel like it just went through hell for 2 hours. Typically, when I would play basketball, or when I had played basketball prior to that, like my foot would not be able to keep up with it. I think we still got a lot of progress to do on it, but I really want to test out a run, maybe near like day 30, once I feel a little bit more solid about things. Also, look at that bicep. It still looks pretty skinny, but it looked good there for a second, like that. Never mind. Anywho, day 24 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 25 of 75 hard. We are officially done with one third of this entire challenge. Now, I will say everything that we've done up to this point has been quite a lot. To do this basically two additional times, I don't really know how I could put that kind of into context of, these next 50 days, but just like the first day and just like the past 25, it is day by day. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have been double checking everything because sometimes I forget if I have done something or haven't done something. But regardless, one main thing that I did today is I bought a movie ticket. I bought a movie ticket for the new movie, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which basically the third installment of that series. And I have a creative way of how to get a workout in because that movie's going to be at 9:15 in the evening. But then two, I'm basically going to have to raw dog the entire movie. So in a few days, so today's Monday, Tuesday will be tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, it'll be Thursday night. So in about 3 days from this entire diary entry, you guys will find out how that went. But I have a very creative idea on how to get a lot of things done while also being diligent and not having a cheat meal, but also enjoying the movie. So with that being said, 25 days, and wow, it's crazy. Day 25 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 26 of 75 hard. It's the first day since I got my hair cut that I've actually shampooed and conditioned it. My hair feels very silky. It feels very nice. I'm also liking this little roofed mount. However, today was a very difficult day mentally. Not necessarily because of the challenge, but I think it was just this process of being a creator. And I think every creator has these days where they kind of doubt the plan that they set, they doubt the things that they're doing, and maybe things underperform, and you start to have those thoughts of like, oh, like I'm putting all this time into something that isn't working. And so that was kind of the generalization of what had happened today, just as a creator standpoint. But what did happen, at least in terms of 75 hard, I did a double walk today. I don't usually do double walks, not very often. I mean, they have happened throughout this challenge, and I always try and diversify my workouts, but I needed a walk today. I just need to walk it off. Some people need to go on a drive. Some people need to go lift, be into the gym. Some people just need to go to bed. I needed a walk today, and it's kind of ironic because then I started reading this book, a brand new book, because we finished Surrounded by Idiots yesterday, which is like kind of cool that we finished that book on day 25. But I started reading this book, and oh my gosh, it has been wonderful. I just read like the prologue, and man, it was something to behold. And so I'm very excited to read that book, but still just pushing through with everything today. DoorDash was a little underwhelming, but I still earned a little shy of $50, I believe. So, I mean, I can't complain there. But it just hasn't. It's been a little underwhelming these past few days, but still earning money to kind of help support the gift giving for the holidays and obviously everything that I have planned. And it's been a lot, and so I'm just trying to take it day by day, moment by moment, with everything that I'm doing. So, with that being said, day 26 of 75 Hard is complete. Today is day 27 of 75 Hard, and I am, I guess, I I think I was definitely feeling better earlier in the day. But I guess I'm still kind of frustrated with a few things. It was nice to be able to go golfing and whatnot. Um, and I guess just let out a little bit of, which was pretty good. And also working on my craft, and that was generally really good. Um, I just got to stick to the path that I think I have planned. I have been noticing myself kind of falling back into old habits, whether that's just like being on my phone, especially in bed, or just being on my phone a lot more often and just kind of bypassing the screen limits that I had set for myself. So those things have kind of worked themselves back into a more habitual state. Obviously, it takes a while to break a habit, it takes a while to build a habit, and that habit had been built, and it did not stay its tenor to get rid of it. So it's definitely worked itself back up into my habits. I read a book while eating dinner today, which was actually really good. I was able to like focus a lot more. I want to try and do that more. Hard part is I can only read like 10 pages a day. So it's not a whole lot of time. Because I would just read all the time during eating. I'm just trying to be more productive too, just so I can get a lot of stuff done, because I want to get a lot of stuff done. But it has been a little difficult, just with a little bit of self confidence right now. Not my image, but just the things that I'm doing and outputting. So tomorrow, big reminder, we have a movie. So that's going to be we're going to have a very interesting day tomorrow. Very interesting day. So with that being said, day 27 of 75 Hard is complete. Today is day 28 of 75 Hard. Today was an interesting day. Today definitely revolved around a bunch of 75 Hard, and I think today was probably the hardest day in terms of balancing it all because, well, maybe not the hardest day, but it was a day that you kind of look back and you're like, oh, like, I know that I did everything, but again, you still kind of second guess because you're focused on other things. I was focused on creating a short form video for, a little bit of part of this because I was going to the movies tonight and I knew that I couldn't eat any popcorn, no candy, and no drinks. So I was raw dogging it. And the most exciting thing about today, day 28 of 75 Hard, was that it was fantastic. It was so enjoyable. I just felt like I was at home. Like the biggest thing that I spent $18 in total. So that was $14.16 for the ticket. And then, that might have been a little bit more because of tax, but about $20. We'll say $20. And then $4 for parking. And I was able to park for, I mean, basically from like 6:15 to showtime, and then obviously after that is. So it was fantastic. And it's important to note that I, did a walk downtown outside. So I just got to walk downtown, and it was fantastic. So really lovely movie. I got to watch the Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Basically the Now You See Me 3, super fantastic twists and turns throughout. Like it was very nostalgic and it was so good. I really enjoyed it. So with that being said, yeah, it was a fantastic movie, fantastic experience. Even with people like being next to me, it wasn't like I smell the popcorn, like I really want popcorn. I'm sure my taste buds, if I had like a bite, I'd be like, I need more. I need so much more. but it was all good. And it was fantastic. I got a little bored. I arrived so early that there were no previews by the time I walked into the theater. There were none. I sat there for like 20 minutes without previews. So that was pretty fun. So, with that being said, day 28 of 75 Hard is complete. Today is day 29 of 75 Hard. This feels like an interesting day because we're kind of sandwiched in between 2 days that would be considered a month. So, uh, that's always fun. It's kind of like your 19th birthday because it's like 18 huge, 20 huge, another 10 years down, 21, big birthday. 19 just kind of fits in there. But nonetheless, I hope you guys have been enjoying these little mini things. I know I kind of say this like way in advance, but um, today was really fun because I actually switched up my schedule, and I'm a very routine person. So if things are not in order, I don't remember them happening. And I've been struggling with my chronometer, which is where I track my calories, because like I know that I'm gonna eat something, but there's a few things that I'm like, did I eat? Like today there was a protein bar that I had written down in the app, but I was like, did I eat one? I kind of forgot if I ate one. But I knew I was going to be having like chicken and rice later, so it just kind of depends on what's paired with that. And so, with that being said, even today, I read my book during lunch when I was eating my tuna and pizza because I needed my pizza to cool down, and tuna sandwiches take forever to eat. So I was like, oh, I might as well read. And then I almost brought my book up to read tonight and then realized that I was not reading because I had already read. So, with that being said, day 29 of 75 Hard is complete. This is almost, all of these are like 2 minutes now. This is me on, uh, today is day 30 of 75 Hard. Kind of crazy to say that we are at day 30. I don't know, it just kind of feels crazy. I'm trying not to, like, oh, we're, 40% done. I think we're 42% done. However, something that I did want to note, it's very cold in here. I conditioned and shampooed my hair today, so my hair is very fluffy. So if you ever notice that in future videos of these, that's usually a good indication. But today, great day. Spent time with my dad. We went to his new office. We went to the driving range, and we also went to Costco. And it was great just to be doing all of that. Lifted today, has some heavy weight, a weight that I have not lifted before, so I'm sure my chest will be a little sore tomorrow. But I've been lifting a lot. I've obviously seen myself definitely find more definition and more leanness, but size is definitely slowly coming, and that will take a lot more time than beyond this challenge. But just very grateful to be this far in. This is a huge milestone, hitting day 30. I'm going out with the friends tomorrow to go watch some football games. So it's going to be a little tricky how we fit in a workout because I'm going to have to wake up pretty early. But I promised my friends I would be there. And yeah, super excited. But with that being said, day 30 of 75 Hard is complete. Today is day 30 of 75 Hard. Kind of crazy to say. I believe today's 30. Wait, is today day 30? Hold on. What day is today? Today actually might be day 31. I don't know why I said day 30. Let's see. Yeah, I completed today. Keep going. Oh, today's day 31. Today is day 31. Let's go ahead and add a photo here really, really fast. Got the photo. Use that photo. Today's day 31. My apologies. Anywho. Today's been a very long day. I have probably gotten accumulated 4 hours and then like an hour and a half on the couch. So yeah, about 5.5 hours of sleep within this past 24-hour cycle. So I'm hoping to go to bed a little past 3 and go sleep. That's my goal. Get a lot of rest. I need to upload a few things, but I also kind of want to be up just to get some things done. But I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how it's going to go. But regardless, I hope that I can continue to just stay consistent and stay solid with the goals that I have in mind for this challenge of even taking ice cold showers and kind of spending less time on my phone, even though that hasn't necessarily been the case over the last few weeks. Um, but just staying dedicated to my craft and staying very dedicated to the things that I am working on. So, with that being said, um, yeah, day 31 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 32 of 75 hard. I only remember that today is 32 because yesterday I forgot that it was day 31. So, with that being said, still kind of losing track of what day it is, especially on those non specific days. I was crushing it. Day 28, 29, 30. I lost the plot ever since. However, today was a very important day because it was the first time in a very long time that I was actually able to run, do a workout. Now, on my walks, I've been doing like short little runs, but they've been no more than a block and a half, which in your standard city block, it's not that far. So, while I've been on my walks, I've been doing that, trying to prepare my foot, trying to mentally gauge where my foot's at. So, I did a workout today. It was 18 minutes of run walks. So, walking the long side of a soccer field and then running the short side, or for my non American friends, a football field. Uh, and then doing that for as many times as I could before my foot was like, yeah, we need to stop. So, overall, a really good day. I need to meal prep. And I don't exactly know what I'm going to do. I think these next 2 days are going to be pretty busy with things. So, we'll see how it all squares out. But I'm really excited with everything that I have going on. I hope to wake up somewhat early tomorrow because I kind of woke up super late today and was pretty packed to the brim with everything to do, from eating to recording to streaming today to workouts. So it was quite a lot. But regardless, day 32 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 33 of 75 hard. First and foremost, it is very cold in this room. Second, my hair is getting a little longer again, so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. But regardless, today was a pretty good day, a pretty solid day. I tried a little run again on my foot, and that sorry didn't go as well as I wanted it to, but still very happy nonetheless to see how it does feel. I did a little bit more work on it, like scraping it. I also did some more strengthening stuff on it because I have not been super diligent about it. And the book that I've read is like, either you can live in the present, continue to make work, or you can dwell that things aren't working out. You could actually do something about it, or you can whine about it. And I'm gonna do something about it because I've done enough whining to know that I need to not whine anymore, first and foremost. But two, it's been a long journey, and I'd rather get to that destination as fast as possible with this injury while also doing the things that are very necessary to strengthen it. So that, plus also, I'm kind of losing track of my days, very much losing track of my days. It's been a lot, but day 33, yeah, we're nearing the halfway point. Day 37 to day 38 will technically be the halfway point. So very excited for that. But man, we're 33 days in. I've made way more progress than I think I ever would have made. And I always am just kind of grateful because I wanted to do this video. I had no plan, and I could have waited 75 days to come up with that plan, or I could have just started it and came up with the plan as we went. And that was the decision that I made. So with that being said, day 33 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 34. Yeah, day 34 of 70. Is that right? Oh my gosh. I have no idea what day it is. I have no idea. Let me look on the app really fast because I have no idea what day it is. Yeah, they're going to say, hey, what happened? I completed yesterday. We're going to keep going. Yep, today is day 34. It's the second time that's happened. However, today being day 34, book's been good. The ice cold showers have been great. I've really started to kind of feel myself just almost feel like immune, like it's super cold in here and I feel nothing. I also went on a fragmented mile run. So I did 5 point two. Well, that's actually not true. I didn't actually do point two. I guess I posted that. Frick. But I did 2.2 miles with a half mile recovery, and then I did 3.1 miles. So that's a little that's a little misleading on what I posted on my Instagram. However, um, with that being said, I felt really good. My foot's feeling really good. Um, the only problem is my toe itself because it one does not have a toenail on it. I'm sure you've probably seen in all the photos. Maybe that was on the main channel video, or wherever I posted them. I had like this tape around my toe because I had a fungus on my toe one, and I was trying to get rid of it, and then I accidentally slammed my toe into like the wood where it goes from carpet to wood, and it just absolutely bled, and then it killed the toenail, and then it started to grow out a bit, and so it was super wet and super moist from all the showers because I never replaced it for like a week. And so took off the nail, and then on the bottom it kind of got really pruny, so my skin's just trying to heal from it. So with that being said, day 34 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 35 of 75 hard. We're only a few more days away from the halfway point, but 35 feels very nice because we're 5 weeks into this, which is kind of surreal. But then also, um, I guess, being halfway, it kind of feels like we're like, oh, wow, like that's kind of halfway because you look at 70 and you're like, okay, we're halfway to 70, and then it's only 5 days after. It's just a few weekdays. However, you might be noticing that my hair is not wet. I've started and probably will for the foreseeable future continue to take showers like I did today, kind of after my first workout, because I've just noticed that I don't really keep it or take care of my hair because it gets wet at night. I go to bed, and then most importantly, I wake up and my hair is just everywhere. So it's really nice. It was really nice today just because it kind of looked good and I liked it. I probably should condition it more often, but sometimes I just don't, especially with the cold showers and whatnot. But for the most part, it was a great day. I really started to feel, especially 35 days in, that everything just kind of feels habitual. I'm just like, okay, I know that I have to do it, and especially on my walks, I'm just like, we'll go do it. We'll do this, we'll do that. And it's just been really nice. And I've been really enjoying that kind of just liveliness where I'm not stressing about things. I'm still tracking my calories every day. And that's just been very habitual, getting a workout in, getting another workout in, and just kind of stayed driven on this goal. So, with that being said, day 35 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 36 of 75 hard. We're almost past halfway. Tomorrow will be day 37, and then the next day when we wake up on Sunday, it will be 37 days into this challenge. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. But I'm also very cold right now. It's very cold in here. It's starting to get really cold outside. Me and my dad probably went golfing for what would probably be the very last time for this year. It was a very modified outdoor golf course, but it was still really fun for about $40-ish. We pushed carted, so we were pushing these carts, and we had modified greens, and it was honestly really fun. But regardless, I'm so cold right now. I'm really happy to be nearly halfway through the challenge. I was like flexing like after I do like a little video. I don't know if you would have seen it before, but I do a video where I like rotate around on the black screen here, and I was looking at my muscles like, oh, it was feeling very lean. Also, my cat scratched me the other day, but feeling very good, feeling very positive. The book that I've been reading has given me really good insight and just telling me like, hey, we gotta focus. And I'm glad that I at least have something, even if it's not someone to tell me, at least that there's a book that is at least keeping me honest with the things that I'm doing, especially limiting my distractions, which has not been super positive or super well executed over the past like maybe 3 weeks. First 2 weeks I was off my phone pretty good, but the last handful of weeks I've just you kind of open the door, and then you open the door, you crack the door, and the door swings wide open. So with that being said, day 36 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 37 of 75 hard. It's very cold in here, first and foremost. I feel like every single day it's getting colder and colder in here. However, super happy about today's progress. I wasn't able to take a video of my walk earlier this morning, but I promise I did it. I know that I did it. I was on a call, and I will never forget to take the videos that I normally do of me by the cars and then also finishing my workout. So, uh, with that being said, the one thing even about that, I know that I need to do that. I apparently can't take videos while I'm on the call. I probably could have just taken like a Snapchat video or something. But one of the things that I could that I don't necessarily like is kind of getting thrown off my schedule, if that makes sense. Where like I'm prioritizing something else when that's not something that I would like to be doing. But understand that that is life, and the book that I'm reading has been really enjoyable still, so super excited to finish that up here in the next week or so. I think I have like 100-ish pages left. That book's been really good. But did some Christmas shopping today, so got tons of steps. And then also, I meal prepped, and I was really surprised with how much stuff I had gotten done today. With everything going on, from doing the workout to going Christmas shopping to grocery shopping to editing a little bit to actually making the meal prep, and then also door dashing at night. It is 4:35 in the morning right now. 4:35. It's been quite the day. I need to go get some rest. But with that being said, the week of Thanksgiving is coming up, and I'm super excited. But with all of that being said, day 37, almost halfway, is complete. Today is officially day 38. We are more than halfway done with this challenge. My goodness, it feels very surreal. I'm very proud of myself for getting through these past 38 days, especially 38 straight cold showers, 38 straight double workouts, 38 straight strict diets, and drinking gallons of water. That's a lot of gallons of water, by the way. If I did this for 500 days straight, I'd have like a small pool. But regardless, today was really good. Today was a very fascinating day, just with the time, like staying locked in. Like I got home from DoorDash and I'm like, I need to get this done. I need to go work out. And I got my workout done. I spent less time on my phone in between things, and the beauty of it was I felt like I had so much time just to do things, and I was able to complete so many tasks today, from recording to watch party today to eating food to working out to just a lot of really good stuff. Like I finished a work. I'm like almost kind of almost. I thought I forgot to do another workout today. That's a lie. So I did a watch party. I ate, I worked out, and then I came back and recorded. After I got done with recording, I went to go do door dashing. I door dashed for 4 hours, got back home, immediately did a workout, ate, did some more work, and now we're here. So much stuff done in a day. And I was still doing laundry. I did the dishes. So much stuff. And so I don't know what it was about today, but I hope that this definitely continues, and building those habits. I think that that's been huge. I also read a book during. Oh my God, I've done so much stuff today. Anywho, we're officially halfway done with 75 hard. Ooh. But with that being said, day 38 is officially complete. Today is day 39 of 75 hard. My dad is currently in the shower. It's 5:24 in the morning. I've been editing. I did some door dashing tonight. Obviously, got to get a workout in, reading, just everything that I'm supposed to be doing, part of this challenge. But very happy. Always a smile on my face, doing everything. I had a lot of acai bowl to eat today. Today was a little interesting. We went out to eat, so like, how much am I eating, and trying to stay in tune with my, diet. The other side of it is it's so freaking cold at night, especially in these environments. Like I'm shivering constantly. So I need to get downstairs and head to bed. But Regardless, it has been a great day. I recorded some stuff for some merch drop that's dropping here real soon. So I'm my back is kind of against the clock right now, and I mean that's definitely when I deliver my best work. So I'm very excited to see how that formally works out. But regardless, I am very cold, very happy to be one additional day crossed off of 75 hard. But with that being said, day 39 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 40 of 75 hard. Again, feels great to be kind of north of 50%. But the one big thing that is kind of been kind of bad is it's starting to get really cold. It snowed for the first time outside today, but luckily I was able to get a walk in. It's been a very long day. Didn't necessarily get everything that I wanted to done, but so we're gonna try and get to bed as soon as we can here and wake up and finish all of that. But nonetheless, it's been a day. It's been a day. Spent some time with a good friend from Utah, a good friend of mine. Oh, friend from here that now lives in Utah, the different one from the day prior. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow I might see the third one that came up. So we'll see how that all looks. But overall, great day. I've been really liking, I guess, kind of settling in to the routine. It's just been kind of a struggle, especially in those 20 days and 30 days. But really settling into that routine, balancing that, but also just kind of falling in love with the physique that I'm kind of building, getting rid of a lot of those problems that have been kind of nagging me, whether it's been my knee, my hip, just things like that, especially this foot injury, being able to go on a run and not feel any pain or at least test it out. Do slow runs, do very structured workouts to kind of get the foot active without giving it its full max capacity right away. So that's been a great process. And I'm starting to kind of just feel like I'm waking up every day and not worrying about my foot, where I'm going throughout my day with no pain, and most importantly, getting a lot of confidence back into that foot. So it's a great place to be at. The end of December, by the end of this challenge, should be a great time. Is well, not even a great time. It should be a great time, but it will be about the time that my foot should be fully healed. So that will be super lovely. But I still got to be diligent with everything that I'm doing. Got to stay motivated. This is my dream. I'm a content creator, and I'm here to go crush any goals and any creative and anything that I put out. I want it to be the best, the funniest content that I can produce for you guys. So it's very exciting, and it's so cold. I need to go to bed. With that being said, day 40, I believe it's day 40, 75 hard is complete. Today is day 41. Is that right? I kind of forgot the day. It was a few days ago. I was like, okay, yeah, we're at 40 yesterday. I gotta check today. And of course it says, yo, hey, did you do it? Yeah, it was day 41. Okay, let me go ahead and upload the photo from today. First and foremost, the cut has been quite insane. From day one, I got to spend time with a good friend of mine today, and we were talking about it, just talking about my experience in losing a lot of the fat on my body, which has been really nice. Being in such a heavy deficit, getting off some of those more stubborn fats, which takes actually a lot more of a deficit to kind of get off. So that's been nice. My nose is running. It's really cold. Anywho, oh my gosh. It was a good day. I went to a hockey game. I DoorDashed a bunch because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and there was a bunch of people that were willing to pay a lot of money for DoorDash orders. So I was DoorDashing very early today. I was DoorDashing from like 4 p.m. to like 6:30 pretty much. Was it 5? Was it 4? Was it 5? I don't remember. 4:40. That's when I started DoorDashing. Picked up a handful of orders. Around like $44 in like 2 hours, if that. An hour and a half even. So $44 was pretty good. And then after the game, I went to go DoorDash again, which is pretty good. But Yeah, the challenge has been good. I got to see a good friend, former ASB member with me, someone that I really grew up with in a way, just maturity level wise. And so got to see a good friend of mine, Casey, today. So it's been funny. I've seen one of my Utah friends, or my friends that live in Utah, saw one Monday, saw one Tuesday, saw one Wednesday. Going to see the family tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I know typically Wednesdays are my refeed days, but Thanksgiving is coming up. So that's going to be my refeed day. So at least still giving a week plus for that. So that would be really good. And then we'll follow it back to next Wednesday. And then whenever Christmas rolls by, that will be my next refeed day. However, great day. Great day. Great day, 41. We are, oh man, we're only like 34, 33 more days left. It's a month and some change. That is it. That is all we have left. A part of this challenge. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, with that being said, day 41 of 75 Hard is complete. This is me on. Today is day 42 of 75 Hard. Today was Thanksgiving. Very interesting day in terms of what I can eat, all the things that I ate, and obviously, just because it was Thanksgiving, it was nice to see family. So, with that, a lot of my routine was definitely kind of shaken up. Like I didn't get my first workout until after I ate a whole bunch of food, and it was a really long day today. I will say that I got a little nap in, not from the turkey, but partially the workout and how little sleep I got because I had been, you know, I these past few days have been working really hard. Uh, Lead up late at night, getting everything I need done for 75 hard, and everything I need done for content and everything like that. So I just finally put my Christmas list together. I still need to add one more thing, which is some swim trunks. So that'll be fun. But um, today was a good day with Thanksgiving, in part mainly due to 75 hard. Very interesting with how calories were kind of counted because one, like not everything is made from a box. A lot of it is made from scratch. I don't exactly know what things are being used in every little bit of food. I mean, mashed potatoes are pretty easy. Rolls kind of decently easy. So it's like there's some things that you can weigh, some things you can't. Turkey's really light in calories, and which is lovely. So I ate a lot of turkey, even gravy. I mean, gravy does typically add because it's more of like a condiment. Think about like barbecue sauce to like chicken nuggets and ranch to like what is it, salads. They add calories. Gravy was kind of like that, so it was kind of nice. And I basically moved my refeed day from Wednesday to Thursday, which was really nice because then I could eat a little bit more today, and just still enjoy the festivities while I can. But with that being said, it's been a great day of 75 hard. And man, we still got a long road to go, but we're almost done with November, which is kind of crazy. Obviously, we're a whole month plus of 75 hard, but we're almost done with November, which would be our first full complete month. And then we just have December to tackle, which is 31 days. So very exciting. But nonetheless, day 42 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 43 of 75 hard. Again, another day down, ever so closer to that 50 mark. That kind of feels kind of crazy to be nearly 2/3 of the way done because, man, it's just day by day. And I just remember when we crossed the halfway mark earlier this week and we went through Thanksgiving, and I think even with the book, kind of putting in a lot of things into perspective of just like living in the present, like what do I need to do right now? How can I be grateful for the things that I have right now, regardless of the circumstances? And one of the big things that has been really a struggle these last few days, especially Thanksgiving, not the eating, none of that, but it has been abundantly clear that a lot of my habits have kind of just baselined themselves out. They've returned. And, whether that's just like going on Instagram and scrolling a little bit more, I'm still trying to be focused. And that's definitely my first priority. Not always to that success, whether I'm just, looking at how videos are doing, especially with me uploading a little bit more. Sometimes you just get lost in the scroll, or you scroll and you're like, okay, well, I might as well see what is happening because I'm already engaged. I'd rather, I guess, not miss out on what is happening, uh, especially with like Thanksgiving. regardless of the craziness that was Thanksgiving with the food, and then also the travel and just the difference of schedule. But then also Black Friday had the same thing, going out and shopping, being on my feet, and difference of schedule there. But there has been a sense that getting on my phone a little bit more, checking it more often, even when I don't need to be checking it. And that's been kind of an issue bugging me this last 2 days, but obviously it just doesn't happen overnight. So I definitely need to continue to lock in, put away my phone, put it somewhere while I'm working so I'm not constantly grabbing it, or looking at things and trying to stay updated on things. So, with that being said, day 43 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 44 of 75 hard. It's kind of crazy to believe that um, we are we are here. We are so ready to um, we have one more month basically. We basically have one more month. So I'm very, very, very excited. I need to do a little bit of math on where we're going to end, because now that I'm doing the math, like there's 31 days in December. So meaning that there would be day 45 would end up being the last day of November. So that 31 days, that technically would put me at 76. Anywho, I need to do some math there. But what's most important is that we are still crossing off barriers. Today was a really good day. Kind of forget what I did all today, but it was a really good day. I did a little bit of shopping. Um, I did some workouts with a friend of mine that I've been coaching. So it's been good. But most importantly, it's been a great day, getting everything ready that I need ready, especially preparing for this next month. It's been kind of a lot, but as long as I can stay focused, stay off my phone first and foremost, and really lock into the things that I've set out to go do, I feel like I am unstoppable. And all the physique and all the toning, and I've been loving my body every single day. I've enjoyed reading the book, the meal prepping, so it's going to be a really fun day tomorrow to see what we can accomplish. But it is super late right now. It's 6:21 in the morning. My sleep schedule is probably the worst aspect of this challenge so far, so I definitely need to lock that in. But regardless, I hope that the subsequent days after this are just as good as the days before it. So with that being said, day 44 of 70, day 44 is complete. Is it day 44 of 75 hard is complete? I don't know how I've been doing it. I feel like I've said it both ways. But regardless, day 44 of 75 hard is complete. Today is day 45 of 75 hard. One thing to note, me and my mom went to the movies today. I am running off very minimal sleep right now. It's kind of impressive that I'm here at 2 a.m. ready to rock and roll. But I need to get a lot of sleep tonight, so I'm trying to get to bed as early as I can, just because, yeah, I do not want to be tired tomorrow, and my sleep from last night rolls over into tomorrow, so I need to lock in, and that's going to be super important. Yeah, today was a good day. The popcorn had a lot of popcorn, maybe a little bit too much for my liking, but was still able to feel satisfied and nourished, because popcorn is just kind of filling, and it's just kind of a calorie stuffer. So I was really happy with all the things that I had ate today. In terms of that, we haven't had any cereal, so like there's been so much change in the overall, what do you call it? Um, Routine. So no cereal, it's just sourdough and pancake, and that's kind of it as of right now. Um, but just trying to take every single day, one day at a time. Like, what can I get done today that is important to me? And that's been huge. This next month is going to be absolutely crazy. So I don't really know what I'm going to do, uh, but we're making things happen nonetheless. And I think it's super important just to take each day one day at a time, because today's day 45. We basically have 30 left. So 30 days left to complete. So it's going to be very exciting because of that. But nonetheless, uh, uh, we have completed, what do I say? We've completed 45 days. No, that's not what I say. Um, with that being said, We have completed 45 days of 75 hard. That's the most definitely not what I say. I'm gonna have to watch the footage because I've lost the plot at this point. Today is day 46 of 75 hard. Uh, it's kind of funny. I still have not watched back those videos. However, one of the main things that I did note is that we're actually not going to end on New Year's Day. Technically, we will end on New Year's Eve, but we won't be ending on New Year's Day, heading into the new year, which is also kind of nice because then maybe New Year's can kind of turn as like a celebration for this entire challenge. So that's kind of exciting. But most importantly, today's day 46. Today, I don't know. I've just been busy. It's kind of been hard to like think about what to even say here most days. But I think today, with how structured it was, I mean, I woke up, I did a workout, I got ready for stream, I streamed for 3 hours, I made some food, I door dashed, and now we're here. The again, I think it's been very hard to balance work. Like there are so much things that I just need to do. So many things that I just need to do. But it snowed outside, so I did door dashing a little bit because, uh, when it's snowing, not many door dashers are out, and, some of the orders can be a little higher in price. So I wanted to earn as much money as I can. Um, but also, I'm going to get no sleep tonight. So I'm going to go to a meeting tomorrow, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited, but yeah, it's 4:35, so I need to go to bed. So with that being said, we have completed day 46 of 75 hard. Wait, no, no, no. Um, so with all that said, we have completed 46 days of 75 hard. I don't know how the fuck it goes. I don't know. Today is day 47 of 75 hard. Just took a shower, very nice. Just trying to stay disciplined in a lot of those aspects. I still have no idea how to finish these videos, but we'll get to that when that course takes its place. But feeling really good today. Got both workouts in super late. I have not been getting a lot of sleep, so my body has not allowed itself to rest over the past few a handful of days, and I think a lot of it is really starting to catch up. I also think my body's also becoming acclimated to little amounts of sleep, but the sleep that I am getting is very quality, which is really nice. So I'm hoping to get some really good quality sleep tonight, regardless of if it's not like a lot. But I'm hoping to at least get that done, uh, sleep wise, that is, and just continue on with this challenge. I did 2 walking workouts today. Didn't give my muscles a little bit of a rest, especially saying that I have not been getting a lot of sleep, so it's been very difficult to actually allow my muscles to rest, which is primarily when you are sleeping. So, feeling good nonetheless, but just taking everything day by day. I was thinking even here of like the 72-hour live stream. As of right now, I still do not have a date. I'm reviewing the date tomorrow, so I got to figure that all out. And I'm thinking, I was like, man, maybe I can like reach out to like brands and reach out to people that maybe want to donate and whatnot. Um, and so I don't really know what to do from here, but I know that it will sort itself out. It's in God's hands, and I know He will guide me in the right direction, and that's most important. So I um I got a lot of things to do over the next handful of days, um, but that's kind of becoming the normal. So I'm hoping for a little bit of breathing room at some point in time, but nonetheless, we have completed 47 days of 75 hard. I don't even know how to finish this anymore. Today is day 48 of 75 hard. Been very happy with today. It was a refeed day, so I was able to eat a lot more than I typically do. I meal prepped, so I made acai bowls and I also made chicken and rice bowls. Now, I love tuna, but the one thing is that I always have to eat tuna at least with bread. I don't really like tuna in any other fashion, and bread kind of, like 2 slices of bread, it takes up a lot of calories. So I would like to eat more tuna, but, the spice bowls and tuna bowls. So there's been just tuna sitting out there for quite some time, but I'm very hopeful that I can find a good use for it, especially in this back end of the year. But nonetheless, I made a bunch of chicken, I made a bunch of rice. I'm super excited about that, and I'm super excited to eat that tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to. The other thing that I've been looking forward to, especially today, is just really getting a lot of shit done. Getting so much stuff done has been so huge, and it's been a huge treat. My dad's also just waking up. It's 5:20 in the 5:30 in the morning. So with that being said, just getting a lot of stuff done. I spend a lot of time tonight editing things that I said, hey, today I need to edit. And so tomorrow, next things that I got to get done, or next things that I got to get done. So we're going to go ahead and go get some sleep now. But nonetheless, we've officially completed 48 days of 75 hard. I still have no idea if that's how I finish these videos, but that felt the most right. Today is day 49 of 75 hard. What a day today. Did a lot of things, but one thing that I've been very excited about is the acai bowl. Fun to have those back. Also, my chicken and rice turned out fantastic. The acai bowls with the granola was great. At least kind of going into this last period of time, everything has felt so ingrained into the system of my day, like the system being my schedule, and that's been very delightful, to be honest. So I'm not like going overboard where I'm like, oh my gosh, like when am I going to fit it in? Like I just know exactly when I'm going to do it, and still kind of taking this carefree approach. Like I don't care how long things are, I don't care how long it takes for me to eat. This is my time to just focus and read, and maybe be on my phone and check up updates and whatnot. And then it's been really nice. So those qualities, those I guess small little quality of life things. We went to boys night today, so that was pretty interesting to see how much like I was eating there. I ordered 12 wings. They gave me 16. I'm gonna eat those, so that kind of contributes to the calories and everything like that. So been pretty strict in terms of things, making sure that I'm still under 2,000 calories. While one, not cutting quarters, while two, also eating still relatively healthy, where I'm not just going splurging, eating just a crap ton of junk that doesn't really fuel me or isn't a part of necessarily my goals, as I've been lifting and I've been, trying to build muscle while also burning that fat, and it's been great. So with that being said, it's been a long day. I've been up for maybe not as long as yesterday. Yesterday I was up for a very long time, or even the day before I was up for a very long time. So we're going to go get some sleep now. So with that being said, we have officially completed day 49 of 75 hard. I think I've been thinking about it. It's on my mind every single time, every day for the past few days. I've been like, how do I finish these? I think we've officially completed 49 days. That's the finish. You know what I mean. Today is day 50 of 75 hard. It feels weird because I remember when we had just completed 25 days, and I was like, man, I'm going to have to do whatever I just did for the past 25 days 2 times more. And I've done one of those, and now we got to do it another 25 times. Oh, it's going to be so good. I'm very excited. But day 50 today, been a pretty long day. It is actually 7:50 in the morning right now. In the morning, it's been pretty rough. So my the work ethic is there. The sleep schedule is a little iffy right now, but I've been trying to grant myself, allow myself the time to actually work on things and get things done. And that's been a huge aspect of just everything in general. So it's been really, really nice. But most importantly, yeah, it's been good. I've been very much enjoying the grind. I've been enjoying the grind today. It's been, I don't know what it's been. It's just been really good today. I'm kind of even second guessing. Did I even do lifting today? That's going to be real bad because I'm going to have to be up for another 3 hours to finish my second one, which then I'm going to have to be, I'm going to go to bed. Let me make sure I actually finished. I did. Okay. I did at 8. Okay. I did. That's right. Because I did that before the DoorDash. I did that before DoorDashing. I completely forgot. Anywho, day 50, 75 hard. I'm feeling great. Took a nice little shower today. Obviously got a good lift in, but it's been good. I've been really loving my body and just that huge 50-day transformation. So I'm excited to see what that looks like over these next 25 days. But most importantly, just from day 1 to day 75. That's going to be a huge, huge change. So it's already pretty big so far, 50 days in. So I'm very excited to see what it is with an additional 25 days. So with that being said, we've officially completed 50 days of 75 hard. Yes, I feel like I feel like that's it. Today is day 51 of 75 hard. We are in the back third of the entire challenge. I'm super excited to, obviously get these final 24 days done, which is kind of crazy to say. Um, but what's most important, at least as of right now, one thing that's been kind of on my mind and it kind of just rung into my brain a few seconds ago before hitting record was I haven't really found any time to just rest. There's been no just like free time. Every day has just been go, go, go. And I've enjoyed it, don't get me wrong. Like, I wake up, I eat, I immediately need to do something, I then stream. Or like these past few days, like I've waken up, I need to stream, and then I need to do a workout because I can't do that after DoorDash. So then I need to do that before DoorDashing. So then I work out, DoorDash, come back, eat, boom, 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 and it's just so much stuff back to back to back to back. Don't get me wrong, it's been a great schedule. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, but it is a lot. It is very much a lot to constantly do. I haven't felt really any fatigue from it, and that's been something that I've been very, very fortunate. And I guess I also really haven't put it into perspective. Like today, I just was playing Trackmania. I was just enjoying playing Trackmania, like nothing too serious, nothing crazy, just playing Trackmania. That's all that I was doing, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. And then I was like on my phone, and I just was doing things, and yeah, I've been able to play some idle games. I technically have the rule of like no phone in bed, but even that's not been like too bad. Just finding time to just get on my phone, just a little bit, spend some time on some apps, and then put it away and go to bed. And I found a nice rhythm with that. A lot of things are balanced. There are things that just need to be plainly cut off. Don't get me wrong, but one of the biggest things is having that said balance of just like, okay, like this is something that I still enjoy. Mind you, I don't use it to the extent that it may have been in the past, and that's okay. But finding that balance of just like being able to stay sane at the same time and still be able to enjoy a lot of things in life. And I've been enjoying, I've still been watching YouTube videos while I've been on walks, or podcasts while I've been on walks, like things I would be watching anyways while I'm working. And so it's been really nice just to enjoy my time when I get the chance to. So with that being said, we've officially completed 51 days of 75 hard. Today is day 52 of 75 hard. Oh man, it feels so amazing just to kind of be on this back end of this challenge. Obviously, I remember when we were halfway, that was 15 days ago, and now finishing day 52, we have a little bit more than just 20 days left until basically the New Year's, and obviously until this challenge is over and done. So with that being said, today was a great day. Some things that I'm still kind of reflecting on. Sundays, I typically do get on my phone a little bit more because it's probably my one day to truly, truly relax and not have to worry about everything that I know that I should be doing every single day. And so it is one of these days where I'm just like, okay, I get to relax. I get to do things. Schedule was a little bit different today. Had a whole bunch of plans that never manifested. And so one of the main things that, I've kind of learned is just being adaptable, learning to be flexible and pliable in my scheduling and what I'm doing, and making sure that, hey, okay, if I could get this done in this next hour, I should go get this done because I'm going to have 15 extra minutes, to unchange, take a shower, eat, whatever. Like, I will have time. And, I don't think you realize, when you kind of compare like spending time on your phone to not spending on time on your phone, how much time you really truly have. And I know a lot of people say it. It probably honestly is more of a cliche at this point. Like, just you spend so much time on your phone, you don't really realize that like those minutes of just watching someone 2x speed, like a minute's gone by. That's 1/60th of an hour, and you watch 5 videos. It's 5 minutes. You're deep into the cycle of just the scroll, and just taking your time back is super crucial. And you don't really realize what um, is missing and how much time you have until you've actually spent time. And I'm like, oh man, like I put on the microwave for like 5 minutes to heat up my chicken and rice. I can set up my camera. I could go change. I could do so much in that 5 minutes. Like 5 different things that I could go do that kind of seem decently important at that time. And it's easy. I'm done. I get my food and I go eat it. And I go read. And, I could get through like a page and a half to like 3 or 4 pages pretty quickly in my book within those 5 minutes. So like I'm halfway done with my reading for the day. So with that being said, Um, that's my experience up through 52 days into this challenge. So, with that being said, we've officially completed 52 days of 75 hard. Today is day 53 of 75 hard, and I'm not gonna lie, today was a pretty standard day. There wasn't too much that one got in the way or other things that got in the way. Yeah, me and my mom went shopping, but that wasn't anything. I mean, I guess today was a little different, but the walk, I went on a walk for like 12 minutes, and my mom's like, "Oh, we should go to the mall because that I was gonna do that after the walk." So we go to the mall, and I go finish my walk. So it was pretty brutal, but nonetheless, it was still a really good workout, and most importantly, it was a very interesting workout because of that. But the day 53 walking workout, oh, but yes, it was a pretty standard day. There wasn't anything that again kind of hung over my head throughout the day, or I'm like, man, I got to get so much done. I'm still trying to get a lot of stuff done in a very short period of time, but also trying to um, fix my sleep schedule. So I'm hoping to go to bed. It is 2:26 in the morning. A few days ago it was 7 o'clock as I was recording this, but we have thrived and we have survived. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have been enjoying this little series that I've been doing, and most importantly, it's been just a great time just spending time with family, spending time doing Christmas things. I watched some movies tonight, which was really fun. So with that being said, we have officially completed 53 days of 75 hard. Only took me a few days to kind of figure out how to end these things again. Today is day 54 of 75 hard, and wow, what a interesting day today. I was hoping to get to bed a little earlier. Yesterday night I did, and I woke up and I just kind of felt groggy. First time in a while, probably since this challenge has started, since I like woke up and felt groggy and was like, man, I do not want to get out of bed. Every day I've been, maybe 10 minutes in bed. It's not been too crazy, 10, 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, now let's get up, let's go, let's get moving, kind of get my body acclimated so it's just not like shocked every day. Mind you, yes, that is a little bit comfortable, but it allows me, it's something that I feel like I need, because I have kind of woken up at those like, oh, I gotta get out, and I'm like, oh, I'm a zombie. It feels like I was back in high school. And I do enjoy my sleep, I do value the sleep that I get, and then I slept for a good 7.5 hours, and yeah, it must have caught up for me. Not even, it didn't must have. I don't question that. It was caught up because of the 5 hours that I got the day before. It was up super late, and it kind of caught up to me today, because like I took a nap, and I still pushed through a lot of things. I did a lot of recording, and I did not I tried not to fold as easily. I was like, okay, you're tired, but you have to push through this. And so I pushed through stream. I got done, and I went down on the couch and was watching the Grinch, fell asleep, watched all three of the Grinches and fell asleep during every single one. So that was pretty fun. But then woke up and I was like, okay, we got to get a 45-minute workout in. Went on a walk because I'd been lifting for the past 5 days. And so I was like, okay, let's go walk. And we came back, ate, read, and now we're here. And it's 4:30 right now in the morning, which is probably a little bit more on tune with, the time that I've been going to bed. But I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done at night, and yeah, there's a lot of things I need to get done, but I'm still very excited to see how this final 20-ish days goes. So with that being said, we've officially completed 54 days of 75 hard. Yes. Also, my dog's barking out there. Today is day 55 of 75 hard. Is it day 55? Is it day 55? I think it is. Yes, it should be. It absolutely should be. Because yesterday when I was putting in my 75 hard, that's what I... Yeah, what happened yesterday? Yeah, okay. Yeah, day 56 just popped up, so day 55 should get a picture. Oh, yeah, baby. There we go. Anywho, today was a good day. I went out to the track. I did a little sprint workout today. I did not just take a shower. I took a shower, then ate, because I showered right after that workout, and that was a ton of fun. But overall, it's been such a great experience just getting to do this challenge, and I think I'm really thinking over these last 20 days of like, how do I continually, like, how do I kind of manifest everything that I've wanted to do, especially ending off basically right before New Year's. And so I'm still very excited with that being said. But yeah, still gotta get a lot of stuff done. It's gonna still be a pretty busy next 26 ish days, or 20 plus days, 21 days to get everything done. So, I'm wishing, my future self well with that. And yeah, yeah. So, with that all being said, we have officially completed 55 days of 75 hard. Today is day 56 of 75 hard. I am very excited, mainly with everything that we have been doing. It's been a lot, but I think every single day I'm just trying to take it day by day. What can I get done? Trying to find a good structure in the morning, that things that I could actually do in the morning, because there is only a finite amount of things that I could do in the morning. And then also, with that being said, in the evening, there's a lot of graphics or a lot of editing that I could do. So life there is pretty good. Um, but yeah, as a whole, it's not the greatest schedule, but I'm definitely trying to put my best foot forward and get a lot of things done while I can. And every single day, I took some photos like right before this. Maybe I'll remind myself to put them into this video, but like I look shredded. Mind you, the lighting does look good, but yeah, sometimes lighting is also an anomaly and an optical illusion, and that could also be a good thing. That could also be a bad thing, depending on how you look at it and that specific lighting. But nonetheless, I've been very happy with the progress that I've been making, and most importantly, just with everything going on these past 56 days. So, with that being said, we've officially completed 56 days of 75 hard. Today is day 57 of 75 hard. Wow, what a day. What a day. It feels so long since the last time. I don't even know how I would even put it. It I think about it in terms of like, wow, I try and post like every Friday, Saturday of like what I'm kind of up to, and I think last Saturday, was it last Saturday? I had like posted. Yeah, yeah, was it? Yeah. I had posted something thinking that it was when it was day 50 a week ago. So last Friday, I would like posted something that I had already posted thinking that I hadn't already posted it. So many days had gone by and it'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I don't remember posting it." I posted it and I realized it like right as I posted it. So that was pretty fun, but I'm feeling a little sick. I got a little nostrils, some snot. I had a little bit of a cough today, but we're still pushing through. Still trying to grind through these last um, 16ish, a handful of days. So pushing through regardless of these past 18 with these 18 days left. The other side of it is that I finished 2 songs today. I got 2 songs done, which I was like really proud of. I think I need to go back and clean up a few things, but generally 2 songs done is pretty nuts. Given that like I've been working on this album, and I was like, man, like I don't know how I'm gonna balance that and a bunch of other stuff with making content, doing this and doing that. But honestly, it's been quite nice. Next week I should be able to work on it quite a lot as well, and it should be pretty good. So I'm very excited about that, and still be able to enjoy Christmas and still be able to enjoy time with family. So it's been good. It's gonna be great. And finishing 2 songs today, actually listening to them and giving them a little bit of some time to breathe, things to critique has been very nice. So, yeah, I was surprised that I got as much stuff as I did, as I got done today, but I was really just grinding. I was really, really, really just grinding, not worried about the clock. The one thing that I was more worried about is what can I get done? I don't care how long it takes. I just need to get it done. And yeah, it was pretty good. So, with that being said, we have officially completed 57 days of 75 hard. Today is day 58 of 75 hard. We have 17 days left of this challenge, which is honestly kind of amazing because what this kind of reminds me of is when we would turn into December from November, like right after Halloween. Sorry, that's the wrong month. We would go from November to December, and we would typically get out of school around like the 15th to the 18th, and it just kind of depended on when December started. And I always remember just counting down those like 2 weeks plus some, and those 2 weeks and a few days was always around 17 days. And so I'm very much looking forward to that. I have a lot on my schedule, but every single day I'm just like, what can I get done today? I honestly did not want to do my second workout. I was really tired. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night, but I woke up, I was moving, and that's all that I could ever ask for is just that I was moving. Me and my dad, we went to a track meet for like 4.5 hours, and then we went to Costco, came back, did a workout with one of my athletes, and then decided to go record some content. Recorded that content. I then ate. I then edited that content, and I was like, do I DoorDash? Do I not DoorDash? I forgot that I'd worked out. Yeah, I'd also worked out during that time. That was my first workout. Then recorded. Then decided I was like, do I DoorDash? Do I not DoorDash? I decided to edit, got the editing done, and then I DoorDashed. DoorDashed for about 2 hours, which is kind of iffy, but regardless, super happy that I did it. I said that I'm going to go do it. I did it. I got back. It is 2:59 right now. I want to be in bed by 3, which means we have officially completed 58 days of 75 hard, 2 months in. That's crazy. This is me on day 59. Day 59. Yeah, I gotta check. I feel bad not knowing. It gotta be day 59. It has to be. Has to be. It has to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then we're gonna find out. I don't know how I've forgotten the day already. Yep, I completed yesterday. Keep going. Nope, day 59. That's what I thought. I should have known because day 56 would have been Thursday. Day 57 would have been Friday. Day 58 would have been yesterday. Yeah, today's day 59 because it said day 60. Yes. Yes. Today is day 59. I don't. Fuck. Today is day 59 of 75 hard. And yeah, I'm having this weird kind of mental relapse in not my habits, so to say, but just kind of mentally. I feel like I'm just like, okay, we're closing in. Like, you kind of get a little complacent in a way. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening. I want to continue to attack this entire thing, and I don't want to take the easy way out. I don't want to take the easy route by any means, but mentally I'm having to overcome some of those just like, okay, let's just be comfortable. Let's just do this and do that. And like, a few days ago I went on like a double walk, and I was like, oh, you deserve it. Let's do some hard stuff, right? Let's do something that's really hard. And I just have kind of been realizing that over the past few days. You kind of see that pattern. You don't want the pattern to kind of snowball into something. Excuse me, I'm not emotional. My voice just kind of lost me. But I don't want to get to that point where I'm just like, oh, we'll just do a bunch of walks. I want to crush this thing. The first week that I had gone through 75 hard, I said I was going to crush this. And over the course of the next 9 weeks, the 10 weeks soon to be, I want it to be that. So, with that being said, that's a little bit of what's been going on as of right now in terms of 59 days into 75 hard, especially these last few days. So, we have officially completed 59 days of 75 hard. Today is day 60 of 75 hard, and wow, today is a very interesting day. I sent a voice note over to my friend. And I was just kind of explaining a few things that I've kind of been struggling with over the past few days of, the empty space of like, oh, I need to do something, but what am I doing? And, I was able to get a lot of stuff done. I got all my VODs up from all the streams, and, I probably could also get like the clips done. Probably could just do that over the next like 28 minutes, like right before I go to bed, or I could spend time on my phone. And I have to decide what really matters to me. And I think that that's always a constant battle, especially given that, habits don't break that easy. And, sometimes you do kind of go back into your old ways. And one of the main things that, one of the songs that I had actually listened to like very early on in this challenge was Tame Impala's Mild Ways. Like I had done a reaction to it, and I really liked that song. And, I played it today, and I have to kind of remind myself to stay the course. I'm changing for the better, and I have to break these old habits. And when I feel them popping up, like sometimes like when I'm saving a file, I'll just like grab my phone, and then I'm like, no, 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 no. And so I need to just be locked in on things like that. And so I've tried finding outlets of like, that's listened to just some jazzy music, and not my own music, not my own listened or liked music, because then I'm like, oh, I need to write songs, and then I'm so distracted from other things. I need to stay head on with what things are in front of me, things that matter. And those times will come where I get to be on my phone. Those times will come when I get to do that, but I cannot be thinking about that. And that's kind of been a battle over these past few days. So I told my friend that because I feel like it's very important to express, obviously, to him, to you guys, just kind of understanding the state that I'm in right now. So, with that being said, we've officially completed 60 days of 75 hard. That means we have 14 days until we're done. Today is day 61 of 75 hard. That means we have 14 days left starting tomorrow, which is really exciting. But one of the main things that I did want to touch on, at least, um, oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I've also been doing this. I realized that I have a lot of gap in between here, which is kind of cool. I might gross somebody out. I look like a demogorgon from like Stranger Things. However, I look like Vecna. That's probably what I look like, rather. However, day 61, super fun day. Well, I slept in. I was kind of beating myself up for sleeping in because I really want to get a lot of stuff done with this album, and I really want to get a lot of stuff done, just in general. And I kind of spent a lot of time in the nighttime trying to get those things done, which has been good. But I also know that I could be better in that. So regardless, it's been great. It's been so much fun just getting everything done that I need to get done. And most importantly, I've just been trying to take everything day by day, because I think that that's what's more important, and not just not day by day, but so much just living in the present. Like, this happened, I can't take that back. I don't get those extra hour that I decide to sleep in, extra 2 hours that I decide to sleep in. I have to be omnipresent in the moment. And I think part of that is even with the books that I've been reading, and just trying to be like a killer at everything that I do, and trying to be the best. My merch came today, which is super awesome, so I know that I'm going to need to take some photos for that. So yeah, there'll be a few things that I probably generally do, maybe at night, especially with some promo photos, but it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm super excited, and I'm really looking forward to just kind of seeing how things play out over these next 14 days, seeing what I'm capable of. And I think every single day I need to be very on point with what that looks like, and trying to build into the schedule of like, okay, I need to go to bed at 2, I need to wake up at 10, I need to go to bed at 2, I need to wake up at 10, or go to bed at 2 and wake up at 9 so I can wake up, work out, get to streaming. Because that's what the schedule is going to be like for the 72-hour live stream. So those are things that I'm mentally preparing for. So I'm going to try and dial that in, so I'm not going to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning and actually waking up, and going to bed at a rather proper time. So those are things that I'm trying to work towards. So with that being said, with that being said, we've officially completed 61 days of 75 hard. Today is day 62. Yeah, day 60. How do I keep forgetting what day it is? How do I keep forgetting this? How do I? This is such like a constant all the time. Yeah, day 62 of 75 hard. Today was a good day. Me and my mom went to a game today. We went to a basketball game, which was a ton of fun. So we had a ton of fun being there. It's been very difficult, and to like go to places and go to venues, because I know that like I can't just splurge. I know that I have to be very strict in my diet. Luckily today was a refeed day, so I was able to actually eat a little bit more. So even then, I didn't have anything at the game. But then after, me and my mom, we got a little bit of Sonic, a fast food place and whatnot. So I got some chicken, which, I know chicken's pretty low in calories. And I got me a shake, because that was a little sweet treat for that. And that is still was under my 2,500 calories that I have for my refeed days. So feeling good, but that's been probably a very interesting like thing to kind of deal with, knowing that I can't eat just like a 1,400 calorie chicken and fry meal that also costs like $17. So it's nice to save some money. and to have, that self-control, like what am I, and understanding like what am I putting into my body, because yeah, I would have just ate that chicken and fries and would have been just like, yeah, that was pretty good. But then I would have never realized that I would have been probably way over the calories depending on what my goals were. So with that being said, we've officially completed 72 days of 75 hard. Today is day 63 of 75 hard. Interesting day today. But it was a pretty casual day, but it was just like a really heightened casual day. I was starting to kind of feel this, back against the wall. Like, how are you gonna do, Jared? How are you gonna kind of perform when your back is against the wall kind of mentality? And as each day is passing, like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. So still did 4 or 5 hours of door dashing today, which was fantastic. I also lifted today right before I went out in DoorDash. Actually, yeah, it was it was 4 hours of DoorDash because it was basically like a right before 9 to like right after 1, a little bit right before 2. So was it? Maybe it was, no, it was 3 hours of door dashing. Never mind, I lied. Don't listen to what I'm saying. So I still DoorDash, still earned a good amount of money. I lifted, and I've been kind of going a lot harder on my lift these past few days because I'm just like, you know what? Like, I need to set the tone. I need to set the tone for these final, 10-ish days. I need to set the tone that we are going to crush our lifts. We are going to lift, and, now I'm able to lift a lot of different things. Like, I'm 160 right now. That is insane. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. And I think part of that is also gaining muscle, and then also losing the weight. That's all the fat. That's pretty much just a lot of fat off my body in a lot of different areas. Now, yes, it still has work to go, but I'm hoping that once my foot heals, we can go on a lot more runs. We can do a lot more intensity driven workouts. So that is my hopes and goals. But most importantly, the diet's been great. Really starting to figure that out. But as a whole, it's been really good. So, with that being said, we are a little north of 10 days left. We have a dozen days left. So, I'm very excited. So, with that being said, we've officially completed 63 days of 75 hard. Today is day 64 of 75 hard. And, oh, what a fun day. Got a lot of stuff done on the back end. I'm probably going to be waking up pretty early to get a lot of stuff done on the front end of tomorrow. There's a few things that, that have happened. Yesterday, I lost my great grandmother, so we're having a funeral next week, and there's just a lot of stuff kind of up in the air with that. So we have, something Sunday, something Tuesday, something Thursday, and maybe even something Saturday. So there's a lot of things kind of going on over the course of those days. So I need to work on some things, but yeah, I hope that you guys are enjoying a little bit of, this series. I mean, this is part 64 of 75, so hopefully you guys are still here this late into the video, but it's been honestly a whirlwind. I've been enjoying every single day. I've been crushing these last 2 days of lifting. Like, I feel like I've gotten a lot of stuff done, and, trying to just spend less time on my phone and just go from one thing to the next, while also giving myself optimal rest, especially if I'm lifting heavy. But the past few days I haven't been really lifting heavy. I've been just very intensity based, so 45 minutes kind of takes some time. But today I was able to go on about 1.5 miles of running, so about 0.8 and about 0.75 in running, so a little north of 1.5 miles today of running. That's purely running, like actually moving my legs like this. I don't know why I always get the urge to do that every time I don't know why I do this. Anywho, it's 4:30 in the morning. I need to get some rest. But that means we have officially completed 64 days of 75 hard. Today is day 65 of 75 hard. My hair is all over the place. Today is one of those days. Kind of happens once in a while where I just don't want to do anything. It's been a long day. Woke up, ate, shopping. Then I worked out, and then I took a shower. Then I started working on 2 songs, and then I started door dashing. Or then I had to eat. Then I door dashed for a bit, and that was kind of slow. And then I knew that I already had to wrap presents, which I finished that luckily. And it's been a day and a half, but overall feeling good. My hair is all over the place, but today was just all over the place. Shopping was good. Got some gifts for the family, so super excited about that, and how that kind of cycles through when we open them tomorrow. So that's gonna be interesting because I'm kind of hoping to be up here in 4 hours, workout, eat, workout, then leave. So then take a nap and then get to the present opening, um, and whatnot too. So I'm very very excited, but we'll see. Maybe I just wake up, eat, leave, and then we'll work out once we get back home. I'm not too sure. I really don't know. But nonetheless, we have officially completed 65 days of 75 hard. Today is day 66 of 75 hard. Um, wow. Is it day 66? Oh my gosh. How do I not remember? How do I not remember? How do I? 22nd? Yeah. Okay, Instagram. We don't need. Oh, I don't really care about that. Let's open up 75 hard. Why do I always forget what day I did stuff? Yeah, today's day 66, which is good. Um, but today, Nationers, we went over to my grandma's place. We went to go celebrate, a family Thanksgiving, which is fun. And this time has been very interesting because, I had food there. Monday I'll have off, and then Tuesday we're gonna have like a family dinner for my grandfather's birthday, my late grandfather's birthday. So I have that, and then we have Christmas on Thursday, and then we also have a funeral on Saturday. So there's a lot of this just general conflict, not from time wise, but just like it's not my usual schedule, and I think this is really going to test me, and see like how things really are, like how things are going to get going. So with that being said, those are some things that are happening right now. But yeah, I need to get to bed. It's almost 3 a.m. I'm very tired. I got a little bit of sleep on the car ride, but I woke up pretty early, so I want to try and get a lot of sleep tonight. So yeah, I'm looking forward for this week. Spending time with family, Christmas, all of that good stuff, because it's a really important time, given things that happened last year, given the passings of both my grandfathers in December, my great grandmother a few days ago. So there's quite a lot going on in December, and I think it's just important to kind of take note, when you're with family, and also while everyone is together. So with that being said, we've officially completed 66 days of 75 hard. Today is day 67 of 75 hard. It's very cold up here. And yeah, just wrapping up the day, conditioned my hair, felt good, ate a nice like chicken sausage pizza. It was pretty good. I made I had these chicken links I've been having for breakfast, and I actually put that together, and I just like sliced it up. It was pretty good. So I might have to try that one again. But with that being said, today has been such a long day, and over the next few days, it's only going to get longer. But we're just trying to stay present one day at a time. DoorDash was awful today. I did one order for $3.63. So I just realized, I'm like, well, I got no orders after I was driving around for a bit. I'm just gonna head home. I'm just gonna head home, finish all the things that I need. We got monetized on the Clips channel today, at least with watch ads and shorts ads. So that's super awesome. So I'm excited to see over the next few days and weeks how that kind of fares out, how that plays out. So excited about that. But day 67 has been crazy. Tomorrow's probably going to be the craziest day of it all this week. And then I have the album. I need to get the album uploaded on Wednesday. That's the goal. So wish me luck. But I'm going to need a lot of it. I'm going to need a lot of it. But that means we've officially completed 67 days of 75 hard. Today is day 68 of 75 hard. Kind of crazy. We're in the final week of this challenge, which is so nuts. It's so freaking nuts. Like, I genuinely cannot tell you how nuts it is that next Tuesday we will be officially done with this challenge. And I cannot wait to celebrate first and foremost, but there's still a week ahead of us that we need to, one, focus on, and two, most importantly, continue to crush. So we cannot lose sight of the 7 days ahead of us, but I am very excited and very fortunate to be in this position because I want to push myself. I want to be able to hone in on these final 7 days and actually, make these 7 days the best 7 days of this entire challenge. So I got to lock in. We still have an album to finish. My goal is to spend some time editing an entire main channel video on Thursday and on Friday. Those are my goals. And then Saturday we have a funeral, so hopefully maybe even kind of finishing up the edit then. But then also hopefully being able to get all the graphics done for the 72-hour live stream on Sunday. That's kind of my goals. If not, like I'm hoping that I have everything done by then. So I need to make sure that everything runs, everything is updated, and yeah, that's a lot of stuff that I need to do. And mind you, I could also do that while I'm editing, and mind you, I could do that while I'm maybe on like a workout or something. So I'm trying to be very diligent in that sense. So we got a lot of things on our plate these upcoming days, but I am very, very fortunate to be in the position that I am because, with everything ahead of me, I can continually fold and just let days pass. But I don't want to do that. I want to be very headstrong and very like brute force and just getting everything done. I also still have album reactions that I need to. I have 3 more album reactions, so I need to record those, edit those, and get those uploaded. So I might actually spend some time on Christmas Day just doing all of that, finishing that, and then what would you say? Then obviously editing those, and then just posting them, on like a Saturday, then like a Monday, and then like a Wednesday, and life would be good. So with that being said, we've officially completed 68 days. 75. Today is day 69 of 75 hard, and I have some big news. Very, very big news. Over the past few days, you guys have kind of heard me talk about, like, oh, I've been trying to work on the album, and last week I was working on a whole bunch of songs, and then this weekend I was working on a whole bunch of songs, and earlier this week I was working on a whole bunch of songs. Like, even before we went to like family dinner on Tuesday, like I was working on a song, came back, worked on more songs. All that to say, the big news is that we finished the album. You know how hype that is? How exciting that is? We have finished my album titled Idioms. It's my second technical album, the other one being Fact or Fiction that came out in 2020, which is like one song barely enough to become an album. So this one a lot longer, 17 songs. Very excited. Every song is the first letter of an initial of my name, or like Jared. So or Jared, the 5 letters, and then you go Lynn, and then you go Hathaway. So with that being said, I'm very excited. It's been a long process, been a long day. I got done wrapping gifts about an hour and a half ago. Took a shower, played some video games. And oh my gosh, it took forever to finish wrapping gifts. Maybe not even an hour and a half ago, more like an hour ago. Maybe more like 45 minutes ago. Took a shower, ate, played some Trackmania, and now we're here. So that means we have officially completed 69 days. Nice. 75 hard. Today is day 70. Is that right? Is today day 70? I'm still very ignorant as to what each day is. So day 70? Hold on, I need to... Whoa, what day is it? Hold on. I need to figure this out. I completed yesterday. Today is day 70. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. Hold on, you guys can't even see me. Ay. Today was day 70 of 75 hard. We have 5 more days left, which is kind of crazy because there's only a few days left to prep for the... That makes sense. Because we're going to have 2 days of the 72-hour live stream, a part of 75 hard. So I'm going to work out before we start the live stream. Then we're going to basically 3 workouts during the live stream. So those are going to be pretty dicey, I will say. However, so freaking cold in here, but feeling great. Christmas was today. It was so much fun. My sleep schedule was a little rough today. I took a nap like right after we opened up all the presents. I ate breakfast. I laid down and I went to bed, and that was, it was good. I needed the sleep, but knowing these next few days, it's going to be quite rough. And I'm intrigued as to how my body's going to hold up. And I think even with how the book that I've been reading is going by David Goggins and all the other books, you just kind of put a lot of things into motion. Like, I'm super happy yesterday. I finished the album. Today was Christmas. I got all the gifts wrapped. And then, like, 3 hours later, they were all open. So it was so much fun. It was just a great Christmas. And even with everything going on, I will say it was probably one of those few days where I actually like took a moment to like relax because it was Christmas. I just wanted to relax. Like, I watched a bunch of shows. I just took a moment to relax. I took my foot off the gas pedal a little bit, and tomorrow I need to be on it. I need to be on my high horse, and I think I need to be able to turn on that switch and turn that dial because we have a long 3 days ahead of us, yet alone 5 days before we finish this challenge. So with that being said, we've officially completed 70 days of 75 hard. Today is day 71 of 75 hard. It's so funny because, I haven't gotten a haircut since like day 8. It was day 8 that I got a haircut. And it's so funny because my hair has kind of grown out since. Like, I haven't cut it. You can see some of the hairs in the back. I need to get it cut. But the one thing is that I have been super busy. Today I reacted to 3 albums. It took over probably about 4.5 hours to react to, if not more. I'm also getting a little sick. I've been kind of like, I've had this like tease sickness, like, oh, maybe my throat's hurt, or maybe I have a cough, or maybe I have a runny nose, and it's been kind of rough. So, one thing to be really happy about was today, I decided to run while I was on my walk, and I ran 1.09 miles today, which is super freaking cool, super awesome. So I'm really excited about that, being able to kind of add some more volume. I've ran point 0.8, I've ran point 0.7, and now a full mile is super awesome. So I'm really excited to continue that. So did that, worked out, and right into the albums, and then got a whole bunch of editing of those albums done, which I basically spent like an hour and a half on. I ate in between one of them, but overall it's been a good day, and I think I'm continually showing myself what I'm capable of when I really lock in. And I also still have the right setup behind me that I can actually do that. And I think one of the big things is that I'm looking at is like, okay, like if I meal prep, again, it does not have to be perfect. I have food. Obviously my family lives here. They have food that also I can supply myself from. And one of the big things is that I'm like, okay, if I can become self-reliant on my own food and continue to do that, uh, life becomes a lot easier because then I can just, reheat it back up, meal prep, all of that good stuff. So, all in all, it's been a great day. It's been a long day. We have a funeral tomorrow, so tomorrow is going to be really messed up scheduling wise. So, I'll probably come back home, get a workout in, and see where life takes me. But with that being said, we have officially completed 71 days of 75 hard. I don't know if I had the intro to this one. I don't know. Today is day 72 of 75 hard. It's so crazy to me that we're sitting on 3 days left of this challenge, and it's honestly quite humbling. One, but two, it is just so rewarding. Getting to finally, yeah, I guess, be at this point. First and foremost, we're talking about 10 weeks of just straight grinding, 2 workouts a day for 72 days, and we finally end off today, which is so awesome, especially given that we got to bury, it kind of feels weird, we had a funeral for my great grandmother, and we got to bury her, and we got to just be together as family. Yes, it did throw a little wrench in terms of like the scheduling of things. Like, I was super tired because I went to bed super late. We had to leave super early, so I woke up, got breakfast, got changed, and left. And then I tried sleeping on the car ride, couldn't get really any sleep. I think I slept for like 15 minutes, if that. And then, obviously just being attentive in church while we're at the funeral service. And yeah, I was surprised as I was actually a lot more awake than I was, for the given hours. I was only on basically 2 hours of sleep. Not great. So, yeah, no, I was pretty high functioning for what it was. And then, I slept on the car ride home, and then also I came home, got inside, went to my bed, and I just crashed just for 2 hours, just got some more sleep. So right now it is 5:07. I feel like I've been very inconsistent with a lot of my sleep times, but I've been just basically saying, hey, I got to get it done. If that's what I got to do, I got to get it done. And, reaping the rewards in the long term is kind of my game plan. But obviously laying your great grandmother to rest, somebody that is a matriarch, and I'm not here without her, is not easy, given the time it happened last week that she had passed, and a week and some change later, we had a funeral service, and got to see so much family from all across the state. And I guess even with that being said, I think it just kind of continues to put a lot of things into perspective from doing this challenge, wanting to see greatness because of, my great grandmother that then had my grandfather that then had my dad, and, bringing all this family together for the holidays, New Year's, Christmas. And so it's been great. With that being said, we have officially completed 72 days of 75 hard. Today is day 73 of 75 hard. I need to get to sleep. It is 6:30 in the morning. I need to be up by like 12:30. So I got to get some rest. But nonetheless, I've been working, grinding for the 72-hour live stream that we're doing tomorrow at 2 p.m. So I need to get some rest, first and foremost. But I also, my cat. So whenever you watch the main channel video, if you haven't already, which I'm assuming you have, but the thing is that today my cat was actually behind the black curtains, so I accidentally hit him. I was like, "What is that?" I thought it was a bag. It was my cat. I didn't hit him hard, but I like kind of moved my foot to shoo it, and I realized that wasn't a bag. It was my cat. So I looked. So it might turn out a little weird on day 73 once we get there, but nonetheless, I hope that you guys are having a great day. I've been grinding all night, all day, actually. Ever since I woke up, I went to Raising Cane's with my sister. I did a workout, and ever since I have been grinding. I have been grinding since 4 mother frickin' in the afternoon, and it's now 6. So I need to get some rest. I got me some coffee for tomorrow. I also meal prepped. I finished all the graphics, all the overlays, and now we're here. I'll see you tomorrow for day 74, when I'll be partially done with the 72-hour live stream. With that being said, we've officially completed 73 days of 75 hard. Today is day 74 of 75 hard. Tomorrow is the last day of this challenge. And oh my goodness, it's been a little difficult. One, to keep up with the calories. Two, to also, feel like I'm not falling behind, because obviously my main focus is completely different now. It is a 72-hour live stream, so I'm having to fit 75 hard around that, which obviously that's a lot of time. I'm streaming 12 hours a day. I know I'm gonna have to wake up an hour before. I'm gonna have to do some stuff after, so I need to get to bed here as fast as I can. It's 3:11 in the morning, so I'm gonna try and be in bed, falling asleep at like 3:30. The hard part is kind of sprung out of bed. Two, I also had coffee today, and that was kind of drinking throughout the day, so my body is still kind of like up. I'm gonna see if I could get it to go to bed. But one thing that's really good is my body battery is not down. Like, I have not put a lot of strain on my body. Oh, it's actually at 14. Never mind. I lied. That's also because of the lack of sleep. I went to bed super late the night before, knowing that I had to get up, get everything ready. So it's been a long day. It's been a great stream. We have raised $1,463.77, which is absolutely nuts, absolutely bonkers. So I'm going to see what that looks like as we wake up tomorrow. Very grateful. My dad donated. I had a lot of friends donate, which I'm just super grateful for. Every single person that has donated, because that... No, I would have never expected to reach that in just a singular day. I guess a little less than a singular day, which we're nearing the most money for a 24-hour period, which is nuts. But I also wanted to let you know that it's been pretty difficult to, I'm making sure to eat. I just finished my second meal, but meal prep, I just knew that everything I needed to do, I just need to get it done, because if I got it all done, then life is easy. If I miss one aspect, then everything will crumble. So it's just a lesson with everything. Like, almost a day I almost forgot to read. So with that being said, we've officially completed 74 days of 75 hard. Today is Today is day 75 of 75 hard. It is so bittersweet to be here at the finish line. I've taken my progress photo. We have crossed the caution tape. Maybe it's a caution tape? I don't know. Whatever type of tape that they would have. We officially across that. We have completed 75 hard. It is so crazy because throughout these past 75 days, I never thought that I would be in this position. First and foremost, bald. Two, I never thought that I was actually going to be able to do this. And again, this is not a thing that you're thinking about, oh my God, can I do this thing one time 75 times? Or can I do 75 times one time? I know the thought process of it, however you look at it. But I just need to do something, every single thing that I need to get off my checklist every single day for the past 75 days. That was the mentality that I needed to come into this challenge with. And it's crazy because, yeah, we ain't got no hair. Oh, yeah, we ain't got no hair. We ain't got no hair. I'm bald. Because also balancing everything that's happened in December, everything that's happened in November, to even not really knowing if I could start this, from barely able to go on like a 20 to 30 minute walk without my foot absolutely in excruciating pain, to, now being able to run more than a mile. Like today, I ran a mile in a weighted vest, which is something I would have never imagined 75 days ago. But it's not about making what 75 looks like from now to 75 days in 2026, but what does it look like every single day? How do you make progress every single day? And I hope that that's something that you pick up through, whether it's just me talking here, realizing and showing proof, living proof that this is possible, whether that's another video, whether that's going to take 5 different videos of you guys watching to really understand. But most importantly, I hope that it's actually you guys doing to fully understand what it's like to go through something like this, from the calorie deficit to the drinking water every single day, 2 workouts a day, 1 mandatory outside for 45 minutes apiece. It's a lot. Reading 10 pages of a book, no alcohol, no cheat meals. It is very difficult. And if I were to do this again, there'd be so many things that I do different. It's not going to be perfect. It never is. And it doesn't have to be this crazy checklist. It could be just 2 things. But what about if those 2 things turn into 3 things? Those 3 things turn into 4 things every single day. Spend less time on my phone. Put screen limits. Whatever it may be. The books that I've read have changed my life. From Thomas Erickson, Surrounded by Idiots, to the Motivation Manifesto, a life-changing book. The David Goggins, actually living proof of basically everything from the 2 books prior. I don't know if it's God's it's God's plan or what, but I trust it. I trust that I read those books for a reason, and I hope that you guys trust that you guys are seeing this video for a reason, watching this all the way an hour and a half in, an hour 40, more like an hour 50 maybe, into the video. So, with that being said, go do something great in life, because you never know what might be on the other side waiting for you. I didn't read that quote, but I'm sure somebody did. So with that being said, we've officially completed 75 days of 75 hard. I need to go grow my hair back.